everyone, Shin Godzilla 1987 here, back again with another special Decode video. Before I get started, there are massive spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen the film yet, definitely watch it first. I loved it, by the way. I saw it at least 3 times, and the first time I watched it, tears of joy during at least 3 of the scenes. Absolutely epic. I mean, some problems, but all in all, it was fantastic. Definitely the best American adaptation yet. So the first biblical allegory that I noticed was when Ghidorah lost one of his heads, and then later regenerated it. We then saw all the other kaiju react to his mighty roars, and start to follow him and honor him as their new king. This reminded me so much of Revelation 13:3, and it states, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast." All the other kaijus were wandering after Ghidorah, listening to him. Ghidorah here is portrayed as Satan. You could even say each one of his heads represents the false satanic trinity. You have Satan himself, the false prophet, and the Antichrist. Another biblical allegory connecting King Ghidorah to Satan is found when Dr. Chen explains his origins and mentions that he fell from outer space from beyond the stars. In the biblical cosmology, what we think of as outer space is really the lower part of heaven, and you can read all about Lucifer's fall in the book of Isaiah. And of course we get tons of lightning when we see Ghidorah, and symbolically lightning is also attributed to the devil as stated in Luke 10:18 by Jesus Christ himself. Also, no matter where Ghidorah flew, he caused nothing but lightning storms, rain, hurricanes, and flooding. This reminded me of one of the devil's other titles, the Prince of the Power of the Air, found in Ephesians 2:1-3. At the main entrance of Godzilla's lair, we also saw statues of Babylonian cherubim. These angelic beings are found in many parts of the Bible, particularly in the book of Ezekiel. Many Bible and ancient civilization researchers like Gary Wayne have even mentioned that one of the other titles to Atlantis may have been Babylon. During the antediluvian epoch, or the time before Noah's flood, it is said that humanity's intelligence was so vast that they perfected alchemy and other things. Did they create some of the titans, perhaps? Anyways, while mingling with fallen angels, this caused their thoughts to be evil continuously, hence the main reason why God sent the flood. My favorite human character, Dr. Surazawa, mentions we must put our trust in Gojira, and also he says, "He died for us, and it's the least I can do for him." During his sacrifice for Godzilla, it reminded me so much of the disciples who followed Jesus and fellow believers laying down their lives for the true king who first gave his life for us. The quick use of the oxygen destroyer and humanity's mistrust towards Godzilla reminded me of humanity's sin and mistrust towards Jesus, which ultimately put him on the cross. But of course, both resurrect and return to save the day, regardless of humanity's sins and mistrust. So now that it's established that Godzilla is the Christ character and Ghidorah is the Antichrist character, it's only fitting that it should have a Revelation-esque climax. The advent of Fire Godzilla and the annihilation of the false king, Ghidorah, reminded me so much of 2 Thessalonians 2:8. "And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth," atomic breath, "and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming," Fire Godzilla's nuclear pulse. And finally, the epic ending where every kaiju bow to Godzilla, the true king. It's totally like Romans 14:11, where it states, "For it is written, As I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God." I honestly could have gone into greater detail, but I don't want to take up too much of everyone's time. So with that, I'd like to thank Michael Dougherty for directing such a fantastic entry to the Godzilla franchise, and all of you out there for watching. I love you all, and may Jesus Christ bless you, your families, and all that you do. This is Shin Godzilla 1987, signing out. Take care.